background, but hello and welcome back to the journey. We last left off here at Freysia Academy where the group confronted the headmaster about the death of two students. Here is where they meet each of the crestmasters and their assistants. The academy was put under lockdown as the head count was conducted. After finding all of the students were accounted for, the group was free to explore what the academy had to offer. This prompted some of the members to head over to the theater where John, I was going to call him Johan, wrong character, was confronted by the Crest of the Star assistant Cecil while others went to the theater. A wonderful performance was put on by Arato, which infatuated certain individuals. The group all retired to their quarters and proceeded into the next morning. Everyone but the chef proceeded to the mess hall where they learned that there was a ship explosion that occurred out in the waters, believed to be a cause from the mysterious hidden guild. The Crest of the I can read my own notes. The Crest of the Sun and Moon assistants were eating their food when questioned, and they learned that they needed to go talk to some individuals potentially in the library. While in the mess hall, the chef received some unfortunate news, where it was believed that his child was destroyed. Pieces of his remains were kept together in the morning in a little container and was brought forth to him. But is a golem. Thank you. Appreciate it. Someone's looking out for me today. But now we join everybody as you have now regrouped and are, I believe, currently on your way to the library to kind of investigate the Freysia trio. Oh my god, what the hell happened to my mouse? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Yeah, my screen is doing a thing, though. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I don't know what the hell happened, but when I swapped over tabs, my mouse decided to not exist. No, I don't. I'm double checking my tabs. No, I do not. But, yeah. Anywho's. Yeah, so you guys are heading to the library unless anybody has any other questions, comments, and or concerns, or anything else you wanted to do before heading off to the library? I see any question? Nobody's? No, I'll wait for Steven to get back. Okay, so you guys are gonna head over to the library because nobody is arguing otherwise. Alrighty, so you guys walk into the library. Sorry, go on. Yeah, you guys ended up regrouping with each other. Because yeah, Vix brought you to the mess hall where you met up with everybody else, and then you guys started heading over to the library. So yeah, you walk into the library and it's filled with a variety of students, all out of uniform, but there is still a bunch of students who are at least trying to play catch up. The library itself is a cozy, warm space that gives off kind of like that sense of comfort. Kind of like when you walk into a cafe sort of vibe. It's kind of like it's warm, it's cozy, you've got like smooth jazz or something playing. I don't know. But when you first enter the room, you immediately notice the larger group of people surrounding a table. Everyone kind of at the table seems to be captivated by a young man dressed in like an olive green jacket, wearing khakis. He's got a bunch of smudges and smudges of grease on his face. On his head sits a pair of brass goggles. You see next to him, or at least nearby, there's a girl dressed in like a corset with a yellowish blouse. She's got long black curly hair, wearing a purple witch's hat with a star on the end, and in between the two of them is a green snake-skinned woman with long dark gray hair. She appears to be kind of wearing some sort of like tribal outfit. She's got like piercing all over her face. And she's kind of like sitting back, not really amused with kind of like the conversation that's happening before her. Nearby, you also see Vix kind of setting herself up for the day. She's pulling out some books. She's like taking off her leather armor, putting it aside. But you guys enter I have you guys on the page. Yes, I do. Okay, you guys enter down below where there's kind of like Sentinel Guard is presented at the main door area. So if you want to throw down your tokens, please do so. Maybe. So yeah, everybody's just down here entering the room. But you guys are kind of free to roam around the library as you wish. Shiloh, you were in the library just the day before looking over some books. But you're also, as per normal, like the library hasn't changed. You walk in and you're like, oh wow, it's like the same library as I left it. But yeah, what would you guys like to do? What would you guys like to read? What would you guys like to look for? The world is your oyster here in this library. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would have basic knowledge and understanding as to the fundamentals of what creates the core makeup of the golem constructs. Normal tabletop because I am filming the screen, so it is in a circumstance where it is a watch us roll essentially. But it's entirely up to you if you want to do it podcast style. No preference. Feel whatever you're feeling comfortable with. Heavily detailed information of I'm going over to this location, which is 5 feet away from me, doing this exact little thing. I For anybody who potentially is listening, both of us are players in the Dungeon Speak podcast, which gets released every Monday. Link is in our description. Hashtag at oh look, I get to submit a self-insert for my DM bingo. Yay! No, I'm not near a full bingo yet. For those of you who do not know and are listening in, I'm playing a DM bingo, and that's how I, as the DM, gain inspiration. Self-insert. But yes, continue on while I find my spot. Yeah, you have like a rough idea, just from your own experience with handling the cores themselves and like just being around it. So you kind of like you have like a natural sense is like the best way to explain it. Like you. In terms for tools, you are aware of the very bare basics of the tools. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so if I can get you to roll me the first roll of tonight, an intelligence. Ooh, I hit my mic. Intelligence check. Step one. I can. Intelligence, please and thank you. Oh, you, my good sir, have a good character who consistently has been rolling fairly well for utility checks. Okay, one sec. Mm-hmm. It's lovely. Okay, so yeah, you're able to kind of like, you know how in libraries they have like index cards where it has all the information as to like where you find certain books in certain areas. You manage to locate that, and you go to the area, you grab a bunch of different books. You kind of, if you want to sit yourself down somewhere, but you have some books in hands that will help further your information gathering and knowledge tree, however you want to phrase it, in terms for kind of like your basically what you're looking for, to which I will send you a separate document and I will have to sticky note that myself. Right for right now, yes. But like I said, you figured out very quickly, very easily. You're just kind of like, oh, ha, Shiloh, I know what I'm doing. Shut up. Um, but yes, I will make a note of it, and tomorrow I will send you a separate document outlining all the information that you would find. But what is everybody else doing? No. No, they're restricted, good sir. You will eat. No, no, these ones are they're super restricted. So yeah, so you get approached by the crest of the Comet assistant, Shea, Xea, and he'll be kind of like, "Look, dude, I don't know what you're trying, but I've done this many times, and not a single time has worked. They will not let me in. The teachers, duh. For the teachers, duh. Teachers use libraries too, man." This is no longer the campaign I thought it would be. Oh and here we have Shiloh. No, I'm gonna apply to be a teacher, go through a whole interview process and everything, fill out the application, submit all the proper information to, get paid properly and everything. You get your benefits, get everything all set up, start talking about your vacation days. Yeah. Welcome back to you. What is everybody else? I am I am dying here is what's happening. Um we'll get back to you though. Arata, what are you doing though? 2 days. 2 days. Roughly. Oh man. Oh no. Okay. So you really not ready. 40 years, yeah. Yeah, you're no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, 40 years. You're right. Uh, so I presume you go to the headmaster. Your application. Okay. Okay, so you sit down and start filling out your application. We have chef currently. Okay. Wait, which table? Oh, you've got two icons down for whatever reason. There we go. Yeah, I just there we go. There we go. They are trouble. So they are creating. Granted, it's a library, and then normally libraries, you're like, shut the hell up, be quiet. No, this table is a bit of a ruckus. They're laughing, you obvious chatter with one another. The one guy is very like boisterous, and you could tell he's like, I guess the leader of the group, if you would, but he's the one who's kind of like telling almost what feels like outrageous stories of like heroic adventures, and he's trying to like paint himself in a pretty light, but it's kind of like, no dude, you're just making this shit up, you absolutely. um Sorry, but if you want to like try to listen into their conversations, roll me a perception. But like, what are you trying to do? What's everybody trying to do? Dang. Is anybody else rolling? Just the one? Okay. I just want to make sure before I start. Wow. No. The two 19s. The two 19s. We have a 20, a 19, and a 19. Like, you guys are on fire today already. I have cat hair in my mouth. Okay. So, as you guys are sitting at this table and kind of like overhearing this conversation, you hear the one individual, the one guy, like, he starts talking about this grand story that is in space. And there's these gigantic creatures, these tentacle monster type creatures that were wrapping itself around a vessel of some kind. And it was a valiant battle that had occurred in space. And these heroic individuals rescued a young person, and he's telling a tale like that. He's going on and on about that, and then you hear the snakeskin girl. She kind of like looks over, and she's like, "Shut the hell up! You are making up this story. Nobody believes you." And the other girl at the table kind of just like chuckles and laughs. She's like, "What do you mean? He's just making up all this shit to be able to get all the girls. You know that, right?" And she's like looking around, and she's kind of like she's got like the demeanor about her of like the I'm hot shit. I'm kind of like better than you kind of attitude. And she kind of looks over and she's like, "Domino, shut up and sit down and do your work for once. We're here to study. We're not here to get lucky." And Domino, like, straight up, he goes red face, and he kind of, it's like, that's not what I was intending to do, but shut up. And he'll like, kind of lean over, start like pulling out a book, and you can hear some of the other people at the table just start laughing, and they're like chatting back and forth with one another, and it looks like the party's starting to kind of like calm down a little bit after Domino was shut down right away. um but then as they kind of like calm down, the chatter starts picking up again, which is like sparking Domino to like perk up a little bit more. And it seems like the banter just kind of continues in a cycle from there of them telling each other to shut up. Um, and they're definitely causing like a little bit of a ruckus. Like you can notice with those perceptions that around you guys, some of the other students are a little irritated, but they're in the library. They're here to study. They can't kick them out. That's not within their power. But it seems like nobody around the library has the power to kick them out from the looks of it. What do you mean? It was such a good story. I don't. Fine. Yes, sir. Wait, who are you, anyways? Roll a deception. Oh, I like how it's 2019-18. I swear if the next roll is a 17, I'm gonna lose it. Um. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, Professor. Oh, what? Sorry. What do you teach? I don't think I've seen you around here before. Oh, you're in my class. Oh, cool. I just signed up the other day. I'm a little new. Are we gonna build cool mecha suits and kick bad guys' butts like in the books? And he's definitely like, he stood up onto his chair and he's like doing action poses. And as soon as you say that, he kind of like, "Oh, yeah, right." And then he sits down and is like, "Sorry, I'll behave." Um. So yeah, they continue to talk back and forth, and eventually, like some of the students start like separating. They go off in yonder to their own respective areas. You go here. And it looks like they're actually starting to like focus on their work. Um, with that perception, do I want? No, I'll let you guys keep that perception. Um, eventually, you do hear Domino turn over to the two girls and say, hey, we're gonna go see Cather soon, right? I mean, we gotta talk to her about the things." And the girl with the witch's hat kind of goes like, dude, like, shut up. You need to shut up. 3 pages long. Yeah, you guys realize that he's actually gone. That would be correct. Yeah, nobody really is in uniform, it looks like, because of that lockdown procedure. Everybody kind of got. Dog, really? Is that necessary? Kind of like had the day off. No, they don't, except for the one girl. Maybe you could presume she's from the Crest of the Star because she's got a big old star on her hat. Yeah. You peer over his shoulder. He's a little bit like preoccupied with kind of like. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if he's preoccupied. Oh yeah, he's preoccupied. So he's got like he's actually working now. He's got kind of like all these different what appears to be you recognize to be like blueprints sitting on top of the desk, and he's drafting out different schematics, and he's got like a measuring tool, and he's like measuring out different positionings, and he's erasing a couple things, adjusting, erase a couple more things, adjusting, making notes of like theories and like could this work, question mark, who knows, need to test. um but if you really want to look like super super close, you can roll me a perception. Or yes, yes, I will take that as well. Holy hell, you guys. So it's not a 17, but that 20, that dirty 20. So you're reviewing these schematics, and it looks to be some sort of construct figure. You could see there's like an arm mechanism of some kind of this schematic, and it looks like he's trying to build some sort of artificial suit. Given your personal construct background, yes, you could probably depict that his power sourcing is not quite up to code or standard, or probably not going to work at all. His power core for his suit, his armor mech suit. As you do that, you do spook him a little, and he will like jolt and be like, uh, thanks, but who the hell are you? Uh, right. Okay, so what exactly do I need to focus on then, Professor? And he'll use air quotations. Uh, my power cord is fine, because if you do the right input within this oh wait, no, hold on, no. You're right. You're right. That's not gonna work at all. And he takes the page and he just rips it in half. I have to start fresh. I have to start over. You're right. You're right. I need a better power source. No. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because that's kind of what I'm going for here. I want to make that Sentinel, but better. I want to give it. How do I explain? Like an artificial intelligence. I want it to be able to run and operate on its own, but I want it to have true feelings and be able to learn and be able to progress. And I don't know how else to explain. I want it to be like my child. That's how I want it to be. You think? Roll me your what's your passive? I say that I'm literally looking at it too. You, I have all of your stuff. Um, you kind of like hear the word power source, and you hear like keywords coming out of his mouth, but that's kind of like all you get. So yeah, you would hear like power source, construct, and that's about it. That's all I can recall what I just said. If I'm being honest. Gotcha. Um. So yeah, the guy. Go on. Awkwardly. um. Oh yeah. No, so he'll be kind of like, so he's gonna start redrawing. Like he'll pull out a fresh sheet of paper and he'll start redrawing, and he'll look over and he'll be like, so if I add a lacrima power source, like one of the blue gemmed ones, it should be enough electricity to power up this different systems unit. But in order to apply the correct emotional value, I need to be able to study up on different magical spells to have the right input for the emotional value, which means I need to have more empathy, which means I need to study humans, which means I need to study humans. Hey, okay. Think, think. However, then. Divine? Oh, kind of like having a patron, right? Like, all holy. Okay. Okay. And he's gonna write divine question mark on the sheet. But as he writes it, you notice that it's not in common when he writes it. It's actually in a language you do not understand. Yep. So divine. Uh, I'll let you figure that one out. Um, so if I do that, the trick is I need to be able to get access to a power source. Oh, Cather! Cather. And he'll turn to the other two, and the two girls will just kind of like glare at him, pause for a second, and then just kind of ignore him and go back to their work. And like, kind of like you could read the room sort of situation, and he immediately like, ooh, I should not have said that. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna pretend nothing happened. And he's gonna start muttering like, okay, if I get these pieces and then, oh, obsidian stone. Oh, it's an obsidian sword. Ooh, obsidian swords. Mental note for later. Okay, obsidian sword. Okay. Arata, what you do notice, the other girl, the one in between them, she's writing down like what appears to be floral ingredients of some kind. It looks like she's trying to come up with some sort of alchemic properties, and she's got like a list of herbs that she's like kind of like, if I put this together with this much, and it looks like recipes almost is what she's writing out. No, the green-skinned one. Hi. Both of them did. I am working on a recipe book for one of my projects. Mixtures of poisons and elixirs. Roll me a nature check. Wow. Yeah, you do recognize a few of them. I was not anticipating this. Let me pull up the list real quick. Ooh, did not mean to do that one. I have a list, I swear. Is it this one? It's not this one. Is it this one? There we go. I should name my documents. Okay, so you do notice a few different names, to which I, for the life of me, will not try to pronounce, because they are real herbs and plants. But I'm gonna post it in the. Yeah, I've got a list. I'm gonna send them to you. But like I said, I am not going to try to pronounce them and butcher the lovely names. Oh, is it gonna? Oh, weird. Okay, there we go. Nope, they exist too. So, so For out of game context knowledge, I had to take an ecology course. So a lot of these plants here are swamp based and like marshland type of plants. Um, so yeah, that's what these are. They're swamp affiliated plants. So Rato, you are familiar with these types of plants, and you are aware that these are fairly rare to try to get a hold of, especially where you have been, where you hail. You know that those plants are from your region. Uh oh, the herb, the uh, oh, wait, hold on, like, whoa, wait a minute, and she's gonna like take a step, not even like a step back, like she's like kind of taken aback as she realizes your physique. You're not normal. Um, yeah, but you're also. Ooh, hello. I didn't realize I was still hooked up to my Bluetooth stereo. Let's not have that. There we go. That's better. Um, you could see kind of like she's trying to piece things together in her mind, but she's not kind of like putting any connections. She knows that you're plant? Question mark? And that's all she can kind of like fathom. And like you could like see her like kind of like look over her notes a little bit and like flip through, look back at you, look back at her notes. What are you?
Uh, I'm just beautiful.
Yeah,
Here, this should have the same properties as Mr. Jopopo. And I'll reach up to my hair, chop off a little lock, and give it to her.
she'll take it and she'll
In a
look.
charming way.
Persuasion.
Can I please use disadvantage? Please.
No.
Oh, yes. We're just owning this library.
You
Can I
guys really
report my teammates? My teammates are throwing because they rolled the lowest at 18.
Holy! The fact that the lowest roll is an 18 from you guys. I will share my roll. I did roll. It was a 7. That's not fair.
How are you
So
rolling? Are you rolling roll 20 as well, or?
I'm rolling through D&D Beyond. Every
Oh, okay.
It does pop up on roll 20, so haha, our watchers can view this once everything's uploaded. Smiley face. Um but she immediately kind of like grabs this lock, holds it tight to her, gets up, and just kind of like walks around you. And she's making kind of like the I want to examine you gestures, but she's afraid to touch you as she's like clutching onto this piece that you had given her. And
Why don't you two join me and my friend? We'll go for a walk. I'll gesture to Silo.
How old are these people? This is not creepy at all. I
um
don't
You
see this
see
the
why
same
I
way
have
he
an
does.
issue with it.
I'm a little bit concerned by what he just said.
We have to get them alone. I'm not saying this out loud.
You're
they,
not helping anything.
Maya, can I talk to you in the corner for a second?
I would give you a shovel, but you brought an excavator, dude.
to quickly answer your question, they look to be like 17, 18.
What's the age of consent?
Like, my character doesn't quite get what, like, he's coming at. To me, it just seems kind of the wrong way.
on, Silo. We can get them in private.
I'm at a loss of words. I'm gonna turn to the smart guy and just say, "Hey, you wanna come see my robot?" and try to divert that conversation and get it.
Exactly.
Okay, so to avoid saying, "Hey, come with me," the good-looking man, you're saying, "Hey, kids, do you want to see something really cool?" Right, your microphone
I'm
is not picking that
intelligent.
up
I'm not
whatsoever.
very wise, so to me, that's a different concept than
But it really feels like a hey children, come to my van. I have had candy and puppies.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Do
But
you
from my knowledge base, this sounds more appropriate.
holy oh my lord, do you actually ask him that?
I did. I'm trying to divert the conversation of getting two very young girls alone to taking him to see my robot, which
Being a
apparently doesn't
single
sound any
male
better.
alone.
No, you're taking the little boy. I'm taking this nice green lady.
Oh my god.
Oh, so we don't care about the purple one.
No,
Now
we're
just
asking
plotting behind them.
we're asking her to excuse us while we take her friends.
So how far have I made it through my book?
Really far.
Can't hear you.
Sorry. I'm just dying of laughter right now.
I can see that. I'm happy that we're doing this webcam now because I can show you all my faces and I can see your face.
I can't imagine how these two sitting there are thinking as we're behind them taking, oh, no, we're taking the girl and the boy. No, we're not taking both girls, we're just taking the boy and the girl. Like,
Yes.
you want to come with?
So the one girl, first of all, your book, yeah, you're like well through the book, but at this point, you are hearing what the conversation. Would you two knock it off?
How old is your character there, Richard?
Timeless.
Damn it.
Um,
Okay, so I'm 37. You're timeless. And we're trying to take 18-year-olds out of the library to go get information from them.
Well, I'm
Sounds like a
trying
plan.
to entice them with parts of my body.
And I'm trying to show one my robot, so we're good. We're doing this very well. This is way better than stealth.
I'm just trying to think of how I want to title this episode now.
But I am still offering to show him my construct.
The chef reads a book and nothing else happens.
You at this point are aware of the conversation that's happening before you.
Well, no, I'm saying that's what you titled the episode. The chef reads a book and nothing else happens.
So Domino will kind of like, wait, you've got one? You've got a construct? Is it better than these stupid things? And he'll point over to the sentinel in the corner.
Where's this? Oh, just hit sentinel in the corner?
Yeah, the one at the entrance.
Oh, the guards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say yes, because I've never really examined the... Do they look upgraded from when I was in school?
Roll.
Or do they look the same?
Roll me an intelligence check.
An intelligence?
Yes.
No.
So you can tell that they are same makeup. As you know, it looked like they've followed similar schematics, but they are not the same ones from when you were in school. But you can't tell what is better about them.
Okay, so my low wisdom and my high intelligence was oblivious to these guys, and I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, those pieces of junk, they haven't changed since I was in school.
Wait, really?
My construct is way better.
Okay, yeah, you gotta show me this thing, and he's gonna like start Damn it! He's gonna start.
Take all his notes away with him like that?
Yeah, he's gonna like crumple. He's not even gonna put them away nicely. He's just gonna like grab his papers, shove them in a bag, and shove his textbooks like on top of the papers and just like hoist it up. And when he's putting all these books into his bag, he's putting in like a lot of books. Like you look at this bag and he's like, "Oh, that bag's got to be heavy." And he's lifting this bag up like it's it's a freaking feather, and he's like swinging it up on his shoulder. He's like, "All right, come on, where's this construct?"
I will take him to the stables, or the... Yeah, that's where my contract is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the lady joining us?
Yes, the lady is also kind of like packing her things up, but she's leaving her stuff there. And the other girl is sitting there and is kind of like, "What the hell are like you guys, we were supposed to be studying. Why? Why?" And she's going to start packing up her things. And you could tell she is just completely annoyed by her friends.
I guess we're off.
You're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So you guys start making your way out into the courtyard. Out of the library. And you guys now I gotta add their tokens. Am I in the right layer? Yes, I am. Ooh. Ooh. So I'm assuming, Chef, you come with them.
Actually, while they're walking past, Chef will grab Shiloh's the Glowmancer, right?
Artificer? I am, yeah.
Artificer, yeah. He'll just clumsily stop you. We need to talk later.
Alright.
And yeah, the chef will be far in the back, but he knows a bit more about what's going on.
Yeah, I guess I haven't filled you in on what I know so far. Yes, we will fill you in on what you missed after we get some more information.
Are we able to leisurely stroll through this courtyard?
Yes.
Yeah.
So as you guys are walking through the courtyard, I need everybody to roll me a perception check. Oh, that was me.
Sure. Got 11. Do we need to verbally state our roles as well?
You don't have to. It's appreciated, though, in case I'm
Okay.
not on the Roll20 screen.
I can do that. I got an 11 perception.
11, 12, and 13. Nice.
Wow, the screen took me other people's. That's neat.
Nice.
Well, I'm on D&D Beyond. It was a pop-up. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Because sometimes Beyond 20 doesn't like to work, and therefore you can still see it in that campaign. Okay. So you guys... Arato. As you guys are walking into the courtyard, you catch something out of the corner of your eye. And as you kind of like look over, you see Cecil. And she's walking by two other individuals. You can't quite make out who the other two individuals are. But as she's walking by, she sits down onto one of the benches along with these two people. And she's got a Warforged with her.
I don't happen to recognize that as Chef's Warforged or something, do I?
No, it is a totally unique warforged, made out of kind of like this porcelain material. Who is supposed to be our player that is missing?
Has he gotten back to you?
No, I think he's asleep.
I was half expecting you to like have him on the ready and say, "And you see a Warforged, and I'm going to invite Jimmy to join us." I'm a sad.
Well, that doesn't look too out of the ordinary, so I don't think I would
Actually, yeah, does it look
question it.
too out of the ordinary? Because Warforged are notably more advanced than regular golems.
Yeah,
To me, all these robots look the same.
it looks like this Warforged in particular is kind of like obeying the commands of Cecil.
So, like a typical golem.
In a way.
Does the chef notice anything weird about this then? Because I don't think the chef has ever seen a Warforged.
Yeah, so the Warforged is, it seems to be kind of like acting as a servant more towards Cecil.
So then it is more of a golem. Okay, proceed.
Just a little bit of lore here. So in your world, Warforged have been around for a long time, right? Yes, no? Are they new?
Yeah, Warforged have been around a little bit longer than the Crest of the Comet has been around. So I would say about like.
So I'm comfortable with the idea of a Warforged then.
Yeah, it's not unheard of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's becoming way more common nowadays for sure. When you guys were in the city of Dionys, the guards that were walking around, they were Warforged guards.
Okay. I'm gonna just pretend I don't see that thing, so that way I can keep in my posture of my robot's cool.
So yeah, you guys are walking through the courtyard. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm doing a thing.
Does it involve an ancient red dragon by chance?
Not red dragon. I
Okay,
lost the thing. I swear I know I have it somewhere.
It's right here, the bird.
It's not the bird per se. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's gonna be a student that starts walking up, and he walks up to the fountain as you guys are kind of like traversing through the courtyard here. And he's gonna like climb up to the top of the fountain. Let's see, I gotta remember the command. I gotta remember, what's the command for it? There we go, Alt. There we go. And you do notice that it's like, okay, why is this guy climbing on the top of the fountain? And like people are like starting to question it.
I'm gonna nudge Shirado and be like, looks like he had too much moonberry juice.
Can I do an insight check on this dude?
Sure.
That was almost a natural one. Again.
Whew.
22.
So it definitely is odd behavior. It for sure seems like this kid is up to something. He climbs up onto this thing, and like you could kind of gauge there's nothing in his hands or anything. But you do notice that he is equipped with 2 sickles. One on either hip.
Our students no, we checked our weapons at the gate.
Important. Are these like mini Reaper sickles, or is this like farmer sickles?
Mini Reaper sickles is like the best. Yeah, I would explain it as that.
Reapers have scythes.
They do have size, but it's that blade shape, just in sickle form.
That's a sickle.
Exactly.
That's
There's
a sickle.
there's
yes.
there's two.
So
Yeah,
it's a sickle. It's not a miniaturized scythe. It's a sickle.
there
It's
are
not a
there-
miniaturized scythe-shaped sickle.
there's
Well, so when I think of sickle, there's like a scythe but miniature, which is for murdering people.
Yeah.
Or there's the giant circle thing, which is
Yeah.
for chopping wheat. And
Yeah.
if he had the giant circle thing, he would be more of a threat to my people.
So like the Puss in Boots type of
Yes.
like dual
Yes.
wielding.
But he climbs up and he does like stop
if
the
he-
water
if he's-
fountain.
If he picks up the sickles, I will cast command.
Okay. So he,
Thick.
if you're still watching him, he stops the water from flowing from the fountain. He
Like
kind of
just
like
plugging a hole.
he like kind of like yeah he plugs it up and he kind of like just awkwardly sits on it, not even caring, and he's just kind of like chilling, watching everyone, and like you could tell like people are kind of concerned because people are like, what the hell is this guy's problem? But a lot of the kids seem to kind of just like try to brush it off, but like keep consistently peering over their shoulder. The sentinels aren't doing anything. The sentinels are staying where they are stationed and they don't seem to be like flagged for anything. But you do notice that some of the little spidery looking observer things are kind of like scuttling a little. They seem a little bit more active with what's happening in this area.
I'm gonna lean over to Shiloh. We left our weapons at the gate, right?
Yes.
Then, is the kid doing anything weird?
He seems to
Like
be
other than just sitting?
sitting and watching Cecil specifically.
The kid is watching Cecil.
Yeah, he's not hiding it either.
Who is Cecil? This person?
Yeah.
Does she look like she's doing anything?
She's talking to the other two students.
No,
So
no, like she hasn't taken notice.
No, she has not. Her back is like towards him. And she's talking to the other two students there.
oh wait, yeah, Cecil's the one that's perpetually smiling. Do we have this Droidica thing? Like that's actually there, right?
Yes.
Am I aware of whether or not this thing can interpret verbal input? Like if I tell it something, does it have a way to acknowledge it? Or is it like talking to a wall?
It's like it's for what you are aware of, it would be like talking to a wall.
Great.
I'm
Chef
gonna
is gonna go on.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna go acknowledge one of the robot things and point and ask it if that's troublesome.
Seems fine.
Why?
No threat detected.
But aren't those weapons?
No threat detected.
But those are
I don't
sharp and
think-
pointy.
It doesn't see it. Doesn't see him. Chef is gonna go
Jesus.
by this tree within like lunging distance of this Warforge.
So as you get closer over that way, closer to Cecil and the two students there, you notice that the two other students look rather familiar. And if you look close enough, you notice that these were the two dead bodies that were supposed to be in the alleyway.
That's why there was one. Wait,
So there
I
was the
knew
one.
you were. I knew you were gonna bring some necromancy shit into this thing.
So you notice that they appear to be fine. These students, they have colored skin, like they're not pale, they're not, it looks like they've got blood running through their veins. Their behavior seems to be like any other teenager. They're talking to Cecil totally fine. They're even wearing their actual uniforms properly. There's no blood, no nothing. They don't have the diamond crown markings on their head. They seem totally fine and well, talking to Cecil like any other day.
So students were the ones who attacked us in the alley?
Yep. So one of the students, you realize that it was the dead body that was in that building,
Okay, yeah.
and then
Which
the
one's
other,
that?
it was the girl.
Not the fountain. Okay, one of the two up there. Okay.
Yeah. And then the other one you notice was one of the ones that you fought in the alleyway.
So I have
Is
one of
one of
their
them-
pins.
Yes.
Is one of them the one who got ripped in half?
Yep.
I'd be very concerned.
Oh no,
Which one?
no, the one that got ripped in half. That one died. That one was
Okay. I was
gone.
gonna say, if one of them was here, I would be like, whoa.
The chef is gonna position himself under this gazebo-looking thing. And cast Detect Good and Evil.
Certainly.
Ooh.
And so with this positioning, the fountain and these two students are within 30 feet of me.
Okay, hold on. I gotta check some things. So you definitely, red flags are flaring up. Are you? Yes, you are. So yeah, red flags are popping up at the fountain, and they're popping up on the two students.
Cecil knows our story, right? Regardless of whether or not she believes it, she knows, right?
Yes, the story was explained when you were relaying the information to the headmaster.
Ooh. I'm going to try something. The chef will walk up to... Would I recognize which one, the pin that I have?
Yeah, the one that you have is gonna be this one.
And the pins are external, right?
Yes.
So are they wearing pins?
No, they are not.
Cecil. I don't know how to say Cecil with an Irish accent. Quick question for you.
Yes. And she'll
These-
turn to face you.
I'm not going to look at her. I'm going to... Well, the mask is going to look at her, but my eyes are looking at them. Are these pins identifiable to who they belong to?
In some cases, yeah, they are.
He waved at you.
They're written to Miranda.
Oh,
Do you want
Miranda
to tell me
waved.
how I... Hey, Brent, we can hear you. Don't know if that was intended.
As you are asking her these questions, you do watch as one of the as the girl student standing next to her comes up behind Cecil, and then Cecil just freezes, and you can see the expression on her face, despite the fact that she's stuck smiling. It seems like the rest of her gets stuck, and Cecil is completely frozen, and she drops. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Cool. Sure, I'll take it. Got a 14.
So whoops, I don't want the turn order because I don't like using this turn order.
How do I get a
As-
valid token selected? I had a red warning.
Oh, don't worry about it because I'm not using the turn order for whoops, D&D Beyond and whatnot,
okay.
and Roll20. So as we are rolling initiative here, the skin of the two students will darken and go into like a grayish tinge. The diamond crowns start appearing on their heads, and they kind of like crack these smiles across their face, these maniacal smiles. The bags under their eyes start appearing, and their old wounds start to show through, and it looks like their uniforms start getting stained with blood. Get some music going. I hope that's not too loud. I can't tell, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we have... Oh, I need to roll initiative. That would help to have my guys go. Oh god, I have so many NPCs. Why did I do this to myself? Oh, come on. Load her sheet, please. Load her sheet, please. Why is your character sheet being really funny? There we go. Here. Ooh. Okay. So, another thing you guys will notice as well is all the sentinels start kind of reacting a little bit, but it almost looks like they're trying to resist some sort of effect. As kind of like Cecil falls over, it looks like she tried to grab her weapon, but her body's too stiff, and she kind of like falls onto her weapon, not onto like the blade or anything. Because, ouchies. Okay, so we have Shiloh. Then we have this girl. Then we have... Oh, sorry, we have Mystery Boy, then Shiloh, then the girl. Let's plug everything in so I can keep track of everything. Alright. Shit. Haha, those guys rolled like crap. Oops. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, I've got everybody. Fantastic. So they will go on those turn. Perfect. Okay. So we have Fountain Boy. Fountain Boy is going to observe. He's gonna like jump down from the fountain. And he's got many feet of movement. I need to make sure I'm on the right token. And he's gonna start going right about here. And as this is happening too, the rest of the students is taking notice to his movement, to what's happening in that corner, and they are gonna start running a little bit here. They're gonna be like, nope, like these two are gonna go. These two are gonna go. 3. I can count. And Shiloh, you're up.
Alright, so Fountain Boy did look weird still?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'll put a marker on the fountain boy right now, just so he could be distinguished from the rest of them.
Gotta remember all the buttons here again. How do I drag my guy and have it with a measuring tool after him?
Oh, there's a ruler in the top left-hand corner.
Ruler.
There you go.
Now, isn't there a way to pick up your token at the same time as ruling?
I don't think so. I've never done that.
No, I don't
I
think so.
did it accidentally once before.
People in the comment
Oh, well.
section can correct us.
25 there.
Do we have
Are there
viewers?
any
Hello.
Are there any rocks or pebbles on the ground?
There's a few tiny loose ones, yeah.
Perfect. I wrote a few words and use catapult to target the boy. How do I link the spell?
So it's a dexterity saving throw.
So I choose one object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early if it impacts a solid object. If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take damage. So yeah, you have to roll a saving throw of 14.
So he passes.
Alright, so the object misses.
Okay.
And that would be my turn.
Okay. So she is going to be like, yo, what the hell's going on? And she's going to notice that the sentinels are starting to react in a negative way. So what she's gonna do is, as her bonus action, she's gonna Bardic Inspiration Domino. And then she's going to... That's a touch spell. She's gonna cast Acid Strike. I think. Yeah, she's gonna cast Acid Strike. So the Sentinel needs to make a DC. This is just really gonna be a game of me playing with myself. That just sounded wrong. I'm gonna retract everything I just said. Oh god, they have an awful DC. Pass. Okay. So that's going to be the end of her turn. Arato, what are you going to do? So for the record, she attacked the yellow one.
I do not even see the color yellow here.
Is it the one at the top left, kind of?
Yeah, she
Oh, okay.
attacked one of the sentinels.
Is it immediately obvious who the enemies are?
So it seems like the sentinels are reacting. They're kind of like, they don't seem to be right, and they are glowing not normally.
Oh.
And then you see the two runners that you guys faced in the alleyway, the two students, and Cecil's on the ground. And then you have Mystery Fountain Boy. Let's start.
Can I do a medicine check on Cecil to see if I recognize what happened to her?
Yeah.
I think this would be Arcana.
Or that, depending on what you say.
No, you could. Yeah, medicine's fine. The students don't have a turn. I'm just moving them around every once in a while. I mean, aside from being paralyzed of some form, that's all you can kind of get.
Oh. Oh, I don't have any good spells. Oh no.
And I'm just trying to work with what I have weaponless.
Well, I can't do anything here. Where am I? Is my token even out here?
You didn't place it, did you?
Yeah, you did not place it.
There I am. I will walk towards, assumably, the one that did something to Cecil.
Okay,
Do we know which one did the spell?
this one.
Okay. Okay, that saves me a check.
And I will erupt in blinding light from my body.
Of course you will.
And when I find the roll, I'll put it out there for you to do. Blinding beauty.
Constitution saving throw. You got it.
So, like, you just see my hot bod just glow super bright. Explosion of sunlight coming from all nooks and crannies of me.
So they both pass. One, I will state, just barely passed. And I take it that's all you're gonna do? Yes, no, maybe so. Richard?
How's the internet up there in Canada?
Canada. I'm good. I'm gonna assume that's all you're doing, and I'm gonna move on to the next turn, which is the green skin girl. And she's gonna see the reaction of the sentinel looking things, and she is going to cast a spell as well. And oh, go away. That's a yeah, she's going to cast.
Oh, we lost him.
Okay, so that hits for sure. So she's gonna attack the one that doesn't have a marker on it. And then she's gonna pull it. Boop. Closer to her. So she raises up her hand, and from her wrists and from the ground there's like kind of like this little vine bracelet that just shoots out, and it connects to one that's on the ground, and it wraps around the sentinel and pulls it closer to her.
She gonna Iron Man this sentinel?
And then she is going to, on her bonus action, do nothing.
Why are they attacking the sentinels?
Because the sentinels are reacting. And I can explain more later after the fight. There's a reason.
Yeah, quite frankly, we don't know.
There's a reason.
Yeah, we don't know, but I'm more concerned of why they're just attacking the school guards.
So, Chef, you're up next.
Okay, so know that this one's casting a spell. Is it possible to tell if it's what am I looking for? Undead?
Yes, you could tell that they are undead. All the pings that you're getting are of undead-like nature.
Okay, well, that changes priorities. Going to cast. Would divine favor empower my fists?
What does it state? Because it might be one of those weird wording circumstances.
Until the spell ends, your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiance.
So weapon. It does specify
not-
weapon. No,
Fists don't count as weapons.
they don't.
Unless you're a monk.
If it says melee attack, then I would say yes, but it does specify weapon.
Okay. Okay, so Chef is gonna try to tackle the spellcaster.
Okay.
I don't even know what I need to roll for that.
Roll.
Are you trying to grapple?
Yeah, grapple, tackle. I don't know if
Melee.
that-
It's just a weapon attack. Or like, it's just a melee, a to hit attack.
Yeah. So
I
roll
think.
roll a
If you hit them,
d20.
you grapple them.
Yeah. Roll a d20. Add your strength modifier, so it would be an athletics.
plus proficiency. Because my unarmed strike, so my strength is 4, my proficiency is 2, and my unarmed strike is +6. So would it be that?
Yeah. Okay.
It's an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're specifically tackling, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay. Unarmed strike. No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You kind of
Oh.
go, and they kind of like dodge a little bit out of the way as you try to get at them.
Okay. Is Channel Divinity in action?
I think so.
Okay.
It should state. I'm pretty sure it is an action.
Oh yeah.
Which in
actually, Channel Divinity. I just had to click on it. Gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the spellcaster.
Okay. I will put on.
'Cause that's a bonus action.
Perfect. I'll do that. Sure. Perfect. Okay. Cool. I'm assuming that's the end of your turn.
Yes, I'm gonna throw myself over here. Okay. Yep.
Okay. So next up is Domino, and he's gonna come running up towards you there, Shiloh. And as he's running, he's gonna be like, "Hey, Teach!" And he's gonna pull out this odd, weird-looking makeshift pistol,
Ooh.
and he's gonna toss it towards you. He is going to. I need you, for the sake of this, to roll me a dexterity check to see if you catch it.
Just base dex?
Just base dex. Yeah, you catch it.
With a spinning, cool, down to one knee.
Okay, so it is. I'll send you. So it's if you want to add it into your inventory, it is an automatic pistol.
Is that a beyond item?
Should be.
Inventory. Manage inventory. Search.
And it is infused. You recognize that it has elements to it that is not like a normal pistol.
Pistol automatic?
Yes, sir. And then it is also infused with this information that I have provided for you. So that will be his action. And as his bonus action, he's going to do nothing. Yep. He's going to do nothing because he's not close enough to anybody to do anything else.
I completely recognize this as the same weapon I use. The same properties of weapon I use.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you're an artificer too.
So the runner is going to try to pick up the body of Cecil and try to start scurrying this way.
So then, hello, welcome back. So then that's attack of opportunity.
Yep, go for it.
Okay. I mean, not much more I can do besides unarmed strike, right?
Correct.
Yeah. 19.
That hits.
Okay. Damage is it's just a straight 5. I don't roll for anything.
Stop it. So they will take
Yep, just 5.
Boop. 5 damage. Ouch. So they kind of like, you come in with your fist square across the jaw, and they kind of like go, whoa, okay, that just happened. And they kind of, they will stop in their tracks. The other one, realizing what you just did, is gonna turn to you and do an attack in return. However, this attack is gonna come at you with a lovely potential 18 to hit.
That's my AC.
For 7 piercing damage. So he comes swinging at you with a black-tipped dagger and takes a swipe at you. And then he's going to do it again, and that one will miss.
Okay.
So the Sentinels now are fully active, and they are going to start moving towards these guys here. These ones are observing the students over here, but they're going to start moving, and these ones are going to start moving. You could tell by their movements they're like resisting. Boop. Boop. So
Who's resisting what?
you could tell the Sentinels are kind of like they're resisting their movements. They're still moving, but they're not like doing it as an order or anything. It looks like there is a resistance. Like it's taking a step, but it's struggling to take the step, as opposed to before where they were kind of like fluid and moving without any sort of troubles or anything like that. So that's all they are gonna do. The rest of the students are gonna just, woo, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. And so now we're gonna go back up to the top of the round for Mystery Boy, who's gonna turn over to you, Shiloh, and be like, you'd be surprised what people can do and who people are. And he's gonna turn away.
That's definitely a sentence.
It was definitely, yes, I know. And he's going to cast something that is gonna just do a thing. He's gonna actually turn, and he's gonna raise his hand, and you notice his hand turns into kind of like this branch like structure, and these 2 blasts come from his hand towards Cecil, and it definitely hits the paralyzed body for sure. And how many crackling blasts is that? That is going to be, oh, ouch.
Is it a ranged attack?
It is a ranged attack.
Is the body prone?
The body?
Ranged attacks have disadvantage.
Oh, thank you for correcting me. Still hits. Still absolutely hits. But
Oh, I tried.
with the blast. There we go. Okay. So he does that. And he sees the sentinel, and he's gonna strike at the sentinel as well with his lovely... Oh, wrong character sheet. Oh no! Oh no! There we go. Actually, no. He's gonna use his bonus action to disengage from the sentinel, follow with the strikes of his blasts. 5, 10, 15. And he's gonna go right up to Cecil there. So Shiloh, what are you gonna do about that?
I'm going to touch the gun and quickly look at him and go, "You shouldn't have this on school grounds." And then, no complaint from me as I book it this way. And is this a view obstructing obstacle right here?
It's a bush.
It's just a bush, like short.
It's a
stubby,
short
like...
bush.
Okay. Then yeah, I run right here and I'm shooting the guy. Actions. Wow. Yep.
Whew.
Your pistol's defective.
My pistol is perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just shooting it wrong. Are you really even the teacher that you say they are?
I scoff at him and I only get one attack, so that was a failure. What else can I do? Bonus action. How close are we to the stables?
Like 200 feet.
Nah, so I can't scream really loud for my guy to come help me.
No.
That'll be all I can do.
Okay. Alrighty,
So much for cool stuff.
so much for the rule of cool. Okay, so she is up next, and she is going to... Yeah, she... Oh, but there's students there. Dang. Why did I put the students there? Oh, okay. She is going to dance around this sentinel here so she can be in between the other two sentinels. And the way she moves is like very swift-footed. And you can tell she's done battle before by her like her twists and turns. And she is going to cast that, which means they need to make a Constitution saving throw. So they are going to make a con save. Roll, please. Ooh, and they will fail. This is fun. So they are going to take... So both of those sentinels will take some thunder damage as you hear she'll how do I want to phrase this? She'll stomp on the ground, and as she does that, there's a bit of like a thundering sound that comes from the foot as she slams it down onto the pavement. And then that was a cantrip. Heh. Oh, but none of oh, I'm stupid. Yep, that's all she could do because I was stupid when I built that sheet. That's okay. Arata, welcome
Can I
back.
backtrack a bit?
Sure.
So critical fails. You had a rule for that, didn't you?
I did. As it was discussed in the other party that we will actually be starting next week. No, not next week, the week after. I will be using those critical fail cards sparingly.
Oh, okay.
So
So it's not something that'll happen every...
No. as it was
Okay.
deemed potentially unfair. So yes, good
Okay.
pointer. Good pointer
Oh.
though. But we'll continue on. Arado, what are you doing now that you're back?
Oh, I'm gonna take a risky move here. And I am where? I'm right here. Take a step there. I'll reach down for Cecil. I'll be like, get up! And I'll cast a level 2 Cure Wounds. Oh, it's re-rolling it. I want to just to display it.
Uh.
I think that's my one press. I'll focus
Okay, there
my
we go.
plant magic into her, trying to revive this smiley woman.
So it does heal her. So you do notice that some of the singe marks from that previous blast is disappearing, but she's still frozen, and she looks up at you with only the like movement of her eyes, and it's just her crooked smile staying there.
All I have, in addition, is my bardic inspiration. Which, where's the mantle of inspiration? So I'll use my. Oh, is it a full action? No, bonus action, right? Yeah.
Yeah, bonus.
So I use my bonus action to cause 4 creatures to gain temporary hit points equal to my charisma, which was 5. And you can immediately use a reaction to move without getting hit. So I'll use it on my party, the unconscious Cecil, since she can see me, just to give her some more bonus life. And I have 3 people in my party and Cecil. That's it.
Hey,
Nice. And we can use a reaction to move. How far? Our
Your
movement.
yes.
I will move.
You said how much temporary HP?
5.
Cool. I take it that's all you're doing?
Yes, those are my only 2 things I can do.
Fantastic. So, next we have is Malady, who is going to actually... Do I have them plugged in? I don't. That's okay, so I'll just ignore that. She is going to do the same thing as before and just drag this thing closer to her, hoping that it will hit. It does, in fact, hit. I lost it. There he is. I'm just gonna pull this thing smidgen closer to her. And then she's gonna use a bonus action. It's bonus action, right? Oh no, I'm thinking of a wrong class here. Whoopsie. JK, she's not gonna use a bonus action. Nope, that's it. Chef, what are you doing?
The initial plan was to go into this courtyard alley kind of area because that's where they are. I'm gonna take another unarmed strike at the spellcaster. What did I just get? 14?
A 14. is right on the money.
Oh, okay. Takes 5 damage. I don't like the fact that there's no rolling. I play this game to roll my math rocks.
It's not liking you. You could see it just kind of like the girl looks over at you and she does the same crooked smile as Cecil, as like a little bit of blood kind of trickles down her face, and she looks at you. She's like, "Don't pester me."
So concentration is not breaking on the spell, though, right?
No.
Good to know.
Who said it was a spell? Anyways, I'm gonna assume that's the end of your turn.
Can I do for bonus action, bonus action, bonus action? 2-weapon fighting. I can run them fisticuffs.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think I can.
So you're good?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Fantastic. Okay, so Domino is next. He's gonna go 15, 20. He's gonna go running right here. No, he's gonna go right up to that thing there. And he's gonna reach into his bag and he's gonna pull out kind of like this little rod-like thing, and he's gonna press a button and it unsheathes, and like it's like a telescopic thing, and it's actually a quarterstaff, and he kind of readies the quarterstaff and he's going to smack the person, the caster person. Is it? Yes, okay. So you definitely hit. And it's gonna be... Okay. So the caster person is looking fairly hurt. I will state that. And he's going to use his bonus action to swing and kick the person as well. So he only... and he... Why is it so high? That's the part I don't understand. And why did that not roll on my screen? Boop. And he's gonna do... That one misses. Okay. So, yeah, he hits with the rod, swings around, tries to do, like, a roundhouse kick, hits the first one, and he goes for a follow-up and misses the second one. And then it's gonna be their turn. So they're gonna strike at him. And they're gonna try to strike him with a dagger. And that's gonna hit. They're gonna do it again. That's gonna hit. For 7 and a 4. And with those two strikes, Domino kind of like drops the rod and like keels over a bit. And he's like, uh-oh, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up to play with robots. And that you kind of like look up at his face is like, I screwed up badly. And then the other one's gonna take some swipes at you there, Chef, with a question mark. Why is it? For a 17 to hit.
I don't think that does not hit.
Okay. And that one will not hit either. So the other one will come swinging at you. Same thing, kind of like this grin across his face of like, stabby, stabby, I want to stab you. This is so much fun. But with each of his movements, miss, and he can kind of like, I am going to try to kill you. But we're going to move on to the Sentinels, which are trying to resist. These two power down completely. So I'm going to put some So you notice that with the other ones here, these ones also down here start powering down as well. And we come to the top of the round, which is the mystery fountain boy. And he's gonna turn back, or turn over to you, Shiloh, now that you've moved. And he's kind of looking at you like, whatever, and he's kind of like, gonna look at you, ignore you afterwards, and then he's going to look down at Cecil, but then look back up to the runner individuals, and he's gonna pull out his sickles, and he's going to strike at one of them, putting himself kind of like in between Domino and Cecil. The Warforged here completely powered down. And he's going to... Yeah, he's going to land the first hit.
Wait, who's he attacking?
He's attacking the undead
undead
looking...
enemy?
Yeah, he's attacking the undead one. And the undead one falls. And then he's going to look down at Cecil. And he's going to put his sickle away. And that's going to be the end of his turn. So, Shiloh, you're up.
I am really confused and really pissed off now. So I'm still going to shoot him.
Okay.
I don't know whose side he's on.
That's going to
25.
hit. Yeah, that hits.
For 14 piercing.
Okay.
And then... No, that's about all I can do. I need more bonus action stuff. That's all my golem, but...
So, on...
Yeah.
Okay. So, on this girl's turn, she's gonna do some unarmed strikes onto the sentinel. Does that actually... She hits the sentinel. Oh my god, please, show me the damage. So she's striking at the yellow one still. And she only gets the one attack. So, Arato, you're up.
I will peek out at the one that just... One of the kids attacked Shiloh, right? The mystery
No.
kid?
No, Mystery Kid attacked one of the runner undead looking things.
Checking to see if I have any useful things. Finding I do not. Ooh, what's this do? Oh, I have to break up this fight. Oh. Actually, you know what? I'll just run to my friend's side here. I'll look at... I wish I was here for this whole thing. I don't know what's going on. Who's confirmed bad? Tell me who to attack, Cecil or Shiloh.
I'm about as confused as you are now, but I'm really pissed off at the boy with the sickles. Like, sickles? Yeah. He keeps smugly looking at me and then attacking everybody.
Boy with sickles, are you having trouble killing that motionless body? And I will viciously mock him.
Okay. So that is...
You roll that.
Yeah, that's a wisdom saving throw, right?
I will post it when I remember how.
wisdom saving throw. Okay, so he's going to roll that, and he is going to get a 16 for his wisdom saving throw.
And he has to pass my casting modifier, which is 14.
Yeah.
So he's fine.
And he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna be like, "Ha! I'm not trying to kill this body."
Is that a question or a statement?
I don't have another action, so it's pass.
Okay, sounds good to me. She is going to... So, green skin lady is going to wild shape, and she's gonna wild shape into a gigantic snake, to which I unfortunately don't have a token for. And she's gonna wrap herself around the sentinel there, and she is going to roll a stat. And that is going to roll against this stat. Boop, boop. And she successfully grapples one of the sentinels. And just is now holding on to a sentinel as a gigantic snake person. Chef, you're up. You see a gigantic snake. You see Domino keeled over. Cecil on the ground. And now one of the undead children on the ground.
But the caster is still up, right?
No, the caster's down.
Okay, his token just doesn't have any marking on it.
Oh, is it not coming up as an X for you?
I see an X for this one.
Yeah, that's the one that was
I have-
essentially the caster.
I thought this was the caster.
Nope.
Oh, I'll attack this guy, or I'll try to pin this guy to the ground.
Okay.
I have no idea what you just said.
I said okay.
Another unarmed strike. For 21.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna hit him. That's gonna hit him really good.
Okay, so now he's grappled, or I'm not quite sure if what needs to take place now.
So he's gonna, so this would be contested athletics, but based off of your unarmed strike there, I don't bother because he rolled really poorly. So he is considered grappled. You got him.
Okay,
So yeah, unless you want to do anything
so
else.
I guess I'll just shout out, "Who are you working for?"
And he's going to smile at you.
Of course he is. Is there anything else that can be done?
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay.
unless you have anything. So Domino is gonna use his action to get the hell out of here because he's bleeding, and as he's doing that, he's gonna like stumble onto the ground, and he's just gonna like lie on the ground and drop his staff entirely. So that's gonna be it for his turn. The other guy is grappled right now, but he's smiling at you. He's like staring at you into your soul.
this- Same creepy, forced smile that Cecil has.
Roll me an insight.
Oh, cool. I'm for some reason good at that. 15.
It's vaguely similar. You can pinpoint the connections.
We're going to take this one in for questioning. The other one too. We don't know if they can reanimate again.
Just beat him down with non-lethal damage.
Beat him down with non-lethal damage. But as he's currently grappled in your arms, he's gonna try to stab you. But the way you're grappling him, he can't maneuver his wrist correctly to try to stab you. And so as this is happening too, he's struggling. And as he's struggling, the sentinels are going to start attacking the lovely ladies with their glass swords. And so, oh, this is not going to be good for them. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is fine. Why didn't you roll? Okay. Okay. I'm disappointed in my own enemies. Okay. Okay, so they are taking... Okay, so... The snake and the purple girl will each take a hit of 1d8. Okay. So... She's going to take 7. And it seems like the purple girl is taking damage a little bit easier than the snake, of course. But it seems like the purple girl is, like, completely unfazed. She's like, oh, you nicked me kind of attitude. How dare you? But the snake form does drop for, the other one. And then at the end of their turn, Cecil is actually going to start moving. And she's blinking and she's looking around, and she's actually gonna start kind of getting up. So she's gonna stand up from prone, grab her weapon, and just kind of like look at you guys, and she'll end her turn there. So we'll go to the top of the round of this guy here.
I hope she remembers who gave her HP.
And he's going to try to actually swing at her now that she's standing. So he's gonna try to, and by swing, I mean, where is that spell? Where's that spell again? Am I thinking of the wrong character sheet? I think I am. She's okay. Well, he's gonna cast a spell at her. So kind of like similar to the blast that appeared from him before. He's gonna raise out his hand, still in that sort of like branch-like structure, and the branches themselves, Chef, it's kind of like reminiscent to your mask almost. It's going to start showing cracks along his branches, and the cracks appear in like this like pinkish lookish glow, and a lightning strike is gonna come out towards Cecil there. And
who's the one that was casting this again?
The mystery fountain boy.
Oh, that's right. He's still alive.
He's still alive, yeah. So she's going
He's
to...
being a pain in the ass.
He's going to take... Or she's going to take that much damage. And... he, on his bonus action, is going to... Oh, do I want to do that now, or do I want to do that later? Blah, 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 blah. He's going to do nothing. Yeah. Because I cast a spell. Cool. So, Shiloh, you see him cast a bolt of some kind towards her. What are you gonna do?
I'll just shoot him again.
Yeah, that hits.
24.
Oops.
12.
12. Okay. He seems kind of almost unfazed a little bit. Like, he glimpses over annoyed. But, like, for each strike that hits, it doesn't do anything. One thing you notice for every bullet that hits, there's no blood.
We'll have to make a lot of holes in him so he can't. And then I'll move over by Domino and end my turn.
Okay. And then so she's going to grab one of the sentinels. That's gonna hit. That sentinel's gonna take. So she is attacking the yellow one. Is that sentinel dead yet? No, that's not. The sentinel appears to be kind of like nearing issues. It's starting to power. It's having problems even more so than what it was before. And then she is going to not do that because her friend is nearby right now. So next up we have Arata. What are you doing?
Well, I might as well look towards the sickle kid and, like, you can pretend, but I bet that bullet hurt. Mock him again.
Okay. $17.
He's immune.
Gotcha.
And I will end my turn.
Okay. So Snake Girl, who is no longer Snake, is a little frustrated. And she's going to... She doesn't have a weapon, so she's going to try to... punch it? Oh, she absolutely will punch it. She rolled a nat 20, but it's only gonna do 2 damage. I'm very proud of her. So that's all she's gonna do. So, Chef.
Well, seeing that Sickle Guy is alive, I'm going to, I guess, attack the person that I have grappled.
Okay.
And I believe I get advantage with this, since he's restrained, right?
It's a weird thing. Like, there's grappled and there's restraint. I know we just talked about it in a different campaign the other day.
If you bring him prone, you would get advantage.
What do I need to roll to... Or, actually, I'm just going to start attacking him.
Yeah, it would not be with advantage with grappled. It's restrained that gives you advantage.
How's he looking as far as health? I know that's a weird question to ask.
He's fine.
Okay, so then I will make him prone.
Okay. He just... Yeah, he's struggling, and then...
He's on the struggle bus.
He's on the struggle bus.
Then... So that's my action. Bonus action, not going to take it. That's my turn.
Okay. Domino's on the ground, coughing up blood. So we're gonna... He's...
Wait, actually, where's Domino? Where's Domino?
He's right here.
I can't help.
All good.
I can't help.
All good. So the runner that's currently grappled to you, or grappled by you, is gonna kind of like pause for a second. And he's gonna say, "You asked who I was following orders from?" And he's gonna look past you, and he's gonna look towards Cecil. And he's gonna ask, "What are my orders, Master?" And the sentinels will shut down. And that are over here. As Cecil starts laughing. And then these guys are going to shut down here. So Cecil will laugh. Her blade from her weapon is going to start glowing a little bit. And she's just going to be like, "Oh no. No, you screwed up. You already died once before and I brought you back. I'm not bringing you back again. This is the end of the road. And she's going to turn over towards the sickle guy. And she's going to look at him and be like, and as for you, you've been a little pain in my butt following us around, trying to manipulate us into doing your bidding. I don't think so, pal. And she's going to reach into like underneath her shirt and she's gonna untuck it and she's gonna pull out, Chef, what you notice to be a very similar mask. She's gonna put it onto her face and it is a smiling mask.
I made this mask. I made my mask. What's going on?
And oh, do I have her token? Do I have her proper token? That is the real question.
Please don't tell me this is who I think it is.
I don't know. It depends on who you think it is.
There's only one person I would think it is.
Oh, that's true. I mean, that's true. But I don't think it's. I don't think it's that person. I don't know. Bear with me as I put down her proper token. You. Yoop. 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 Boop, boop, boop. Aha. There we go. And her clothes will also change shape as well, as she essentially just drops her disguise. And she's no longer this kind of like petite looking young woman. Her brown hair grays and it starts kind of like coming out of her ponytail. And her glasses just fall to the ground and she lets kind of like some of that stuff drop as she readies her weapon and strikes at the mystery boy with her blade. And she's going to hit him for minimal damage. And that is going to be the end of those guys' turn. We'll go to the top of the round, and he's going to rebuttal and try to... He'll pull out his sickle, go for a swing. And basically, the two of them are kind of ignoring the rest of you guys, and it looks like they're just having a one-on-one fight with each other at this point. He's got 2. Boop. So Shiloh, you see this happening. What are you gonna do about this?
I'm just gonna come take a seat on this bench and cast Cure Wounds on Domino.
Okay.
And just pat the bench beside me like, come have a seat.
And he's gonna look up
Yeah,
at
where's
you.
Cure Wounds?
And he's gonna be like, "Thanks, Teach. I was starting to see
And then
my mom."
I'll just nod at him and go, there, boy. And we'll just admire the fight.
So seeing this happen, she's gonna start seeing this, and she's going to cast a spell. I don't know why I rolled twice. That should not have happened. She can't do anything. And she doesn't have a weapon, so she really can't do anything. Sarato, you're up. So the girl comes up and you see like a skeletal arm sort of like go past you and grab a hold of this newly masked figure, but it just dissipates as it reaches her.
Just dissipates as it reaches her.
Yeah, her attack
They're
missed.
They're still fighting. I'll just take a jump back and do a, what's it called? defensive stance action, just to observe the situation for turn.
A ready action?
No, like it's you put yourself as disadvantaged when people attack you. I don't remember what it is.
Oh, dodge.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's dodge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then Melody's gonna come running over and just like look over Domino and like double check him. She's like patting him down. Just gonna make sure that he's okay. She doesn't care about anything else. She's just more concerned and focused on Domino now that she's realized like, oh shit, he got hurt. So that's gonna be her turn. So Chef, what are you gonna do with this grappled person in your arms who's like smiling and just like giggling?
I forget. Did we surrender our shields?
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense. He's undead, so the chef will. Is he wearing? Does he? He has the daggers, right?
Yes.
Gonna. What do I need to do to get the dagger out of his, like, to disarm him?
It would be contested. I would say contested athletics.
Okay. Disarm him. Got a 16.
Yeah, you disarm him. He's holding two, so are you gonna try to knock both of them out of his hands?
Yes.
Yeah. So you successfully do it. The daggers kind of scatter out of his hands as he was not ready for that. But he's still like locking eyes on you, giggling, kind of like, "You're so screwed."
Then I would say I do like the police thing where they get the arm behind the back. But he's undead, so shoulder dislocation isn't a thing. Cap just gonna keep.
What'd
I
you
don't
say?
know if that'll help. Like, I don't know how healing works with undead. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep restraining him
Okay.
and just kind of watching what's going on, trying to make left or right of like, where's this? I made this mask from where I came from. Why is there another one?
Smiley face.
It's like it's almost like did you guys ever do those like you have a tiny little pot, then you put like a glittery ball at the top, and you put all the pipe cleaners and the two little eyeballs on it. It's like seeing one of your childhood projects of that looks exactly the same, and it's like what the hell? So yeah, just trying to make left of insight check on child on forgetting your name already. Mask lady.
Cecil?
Cecil.
Yeah?
Okay. 19.
You're starting to think Cecil wasn't a student or anything of any kind.
I'm gonna message you something else, but that's my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. So Domino... Woo! Didn't mean to do that. Domino, is gonna set up, and he's gonna, like, just lean on the green skin girl. He's like, I regret everything. And he's just like, he's gonna, like, look over at his rod and be like, I should not have done that. I almost died. And he's having basically an existential crisis. But this runner dude here, he's gonna try to actually break out of your grapple there. So if you wanna do an athletics for me, please, and thank you, good sir. Chef, if you want to make an athletics check for me, please.
Oh, sorry, I was
That's okay.
typing.
That's okay.
Athletics. 14.
So he breaks out of your grapple. And he's gonna
Well,
go.
I made him prone, so I don't know if that's a disadvantage.
No, it's just contested, but he would have no movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's still here.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the end of his turn. Sentinels are shut down. The lovely new person here, is going to cackle a little bit. Oh, yeah, you do. Okay. And she's gonna turn over to the thing on the runner on the ground, and she is going to, yeah, she's gonna be like, "You failed me." And she's gonna cast Dimension Door and zip zop zop right on out of there. And we're gonna go to the top of our round with the mystery boy throwing down his sickles. And basically he's angry and he's like, I had her! She was so close to me this time. So close. And we're gonna end his turn there, so Shiloh, you're up.
Are we even in combat anymore?
Technically with the runner there, you are.
I'm conflicted because I want to still shoot him. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang back. I'd have disadvantage shooting the prone guy. I will ready in action if he stands up.
Hit! Next up is going to be her turn. She's just kind of like as equally confused as you guys are. However, she's going to cast this spell here, which is going to cause them to do this, which is going to cause them to save. So she tried saying an incantation, but as she's saying it, the runner just like snaps over to her and he looks at the purple-hatted girl and is like, "You can't control me. Only she can control me. No one else can control me. That's how it always works. That's how it always goes." And you can kind of see it like shakes her up a little bit. So Arato, what are you gonna do about that?
I will vicious mockery that person that just spoke
Okay.
and be like, why would you let anyone control you? Seems weak.
And he is weak. I'm weak. I'm weak. I'm weak. He thinks I'm weak. He thinks I'm weak. So he does fail his save.
Big old D4 damage. 1.
Oh, snap. He gets an eye twitch.
But I believe he has a disadvantage for this round.
Perfect. Alrighty, so she is going to... We're on Melody's turn. She's just gonna cast Good Berry. And she's just gonna ready these good berries in her hand. So little bits of her jewelry start sprouting. These little berries, and she starts collecting them, and that's gonna be the end of her turn. So Chef, you've got this kid having an existential crisis on the ground, weaponless, smiling, eye twitching.
What do you suppose we do with him? Asking the crowd.
No
Hello?
words.
Can you subdue him?
I'm trying. I'll just try to grapple him again.
Okay.
Give him one of those patented meat hands to the head.
Meat hands to the
Sicken me. Oh, that's right. I need to run athletics. I don't even know what I rolled. 18.
Yeah, he failed. He's grappled
Okay.
dead. He's kind of like he resists a little bit, but he's having a moment where he's like, "I'm weak. I really am weak."
The dagger's still within like grabbing range.
Yep.
Can I grab one at least?
Yeah.
Okay, I will grab one, and I don't know where I'd be able to sheath it, if at all. But I would like to pick up at least one to arm myself.
Domino's gonna stand up from being prone. He's gonna walk over, staff in hand. He's gonna pick it up as he walks over. And he's gonna try to deck this poor kid across the face.
Big man there. Attack the prone person.
He definitely attacked the prone person. He's wanting this kid to kind of like the kid is unnerving to him. But he manages to do it. And then he is going to not do that. Yeah, not do that. And the runner kid is having this existential crisis. He's being decked in the face by his staff. He's grappled. He's not having a good time. He is going to just give up. And he kind of just like, Chef, you can feel he's not resisting anymore. And he's kind of staring off into space. And actually, I'm going to make him roll. Yeah, he's mentally not there anymore. He gone. He's a walking, moving corpse with no actual thought process anymore. So at this time, you guys are officially out of combat.
Do we have a way to contact the guild? Any plot
Brown.
specific, any plot specific devices that may have been left around by someone that just up and vanished?
Nope.
Cool.
So now you say guild. What type of guild are you talking about?
Who's asking?
It's the kid as he's picking up these sickles. And as he's picking them up, the clothing he's wearing is sort of like alternating and changing, and his body's starting to change shape. And the kind of like branched out arm is extending further to the rest of his body. As he kind of grows into this actual, like, he's not a kid, he's a man. And he's wearing like a dark brownish like trench coat, and from the trench coat, as he puts his sickles away, he pulls out what appears to be some sort of wide-brimmed hat, and he puts that on his head. His brown hair kind of like turns into like the silvery looking hair, shortcut hair, and his eyes are actually glowing like as if they were lit by a firelight. And he's got you guys know the Glasgow smile?
Google is my friend.
So he's got the stitching that goes across either corner of his mouth up towards his either side of his cheek.
Oh, the Joker smile.
We call
Yeah.
that the Joker. What did you
Okay.
try to call it?
It's the Glasgow smile. It's an actual legitimate thing.
It is.
And he kind of tips his hat and he's like, "What sort of guild?"
Quite frankly, I don't trust you. We were attacked by these twats, and our business is our own.
Ah, no, that's where you don't understand. Appears our business aligns. You see, I don't know if you realize this is our second time meeting. And he'll quickly change his shape to the beggar, and then change it back, and he'll smile. Fancy meeting you here. And a crow also comes up on his shoulder.
People wonder why I have trust issues.
Now riddle me this. She had a similar mask to you here. Now, why should I not kill you right now?
Fair question, and I won't blame you. But I actually have no rebuttal for that. I'm a
Fair
simple
point,
chef.
and you just show your chest. Stab me now.
I am a simple chef. I was sent here for a favor later. Now, someone has a better idea of what's going on here. I'd love to hear it.
I have no clue what's going on here.
Was no one else paying attention during this meeting? Ah! Oh, that was creepy. That was creepy. Why is he upside down? I made this mask myself. I don't know where she got hers.
Did you copyright it?
I'm not even ignoring him. I really need to take an improv class or something. Like not even for comedy purposes, just for quick dialogue. So, what questions do you have for me?
Well, what is it I want to know from you? I know you are looking for an individual, a lady. Some sort of shadowy figure, so to speak. Brought you over here to the Freshie Academy. Same pathway as mine. So it appears that, like I said, our targets seem to be the same kind of target, although I think we're looking for two different sides. So I would like to figure out which side you really are. I'm going after an interesting individual who's been kidnapping, causing disruptions, and killing even. You appear to be going after who?
In my line of work, better to not ask any questions.
Ah,
Let's get the job done, get paid.
I see. You seem to be working a very interesting line of job. So, now the real question is where do we really stand here? How about this? How about we, strike a deal? You like deals? 'Cause I like deals.
Hawk.
Why don't I bring you back to some place here? Or at least guide you into the right place here. Some sort of what I feel is the right side. Maybe persuade you a little bit. And pick a side from there. Figure things out. And if it happens to be the wrong side, I kill you. Seems fair? But if it's the same side as mine, I'll let you in on some little insider information as to who she was and why she's a problem.
Well, normally I don't trust easily. You seem to know about this mask. And if you know about this mask, that's really concerning to me. But if she has an identical mask, that's somehow even more concerning. So I'm inclined to give you some time to listen.
And on the ground, the runner person is gonna start laughing, and she's like, she's gonna kill
What do
you.
I do with this? What do I do with this?
She's gonna come after you. They're both gonna come after you. Don't piss off the masters. Don't anger the masters. Dead. They're all
Can I
gonna
step
die.
on his throat?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna step on the throat of the class.
And mystery man dude is gonna actually come up over to the little runner dude, and he's gonna look at him. He's gonna be like, my, you poor little soul. One of their experiments, one of many. And he's going to snap his neck and look back up to you.
I don't know if that was necessary per se, but it's been a long day. What time is it?
It's about mid-afternoon.
No, you haven't had breakfast. Okay. Lads, what do you say? Gonna look to my newly extended party, I guess.
Well, if it gets us closer to our goal, we should hear her out. Him.
All right. Lead the way.
Oh, no. Hold on. I'm gonna go check something out. You guys, meet me here. And he's gonna kind of flick his wrist, and he's gonna pull out a playing card. And he's gonna pass it off to you, Chef. And on the playing card, it says, Cather's Emporium.
Do I recognize any of this? I don't think it would sound familiar at all. I'm Irish. I don't think it would sound familiar at all, but just wanted to confirm.
It sounds familiar in the sake of you heard the name Cather being mentioned by Domino in the library.
Okay, that's fair.
And before he kind of like starts moving around, he's gonna look over to you, Chef, and he's gonna look at you. He's gonna be like, "Didn't you have something in the stables?"
I was gonna do a message about that because I'm not quite sure what information I gleaned. Am I? Because the chef still wants to, get the kid. Are the resources required to do that, I guess, hard to obtain?
Yes.
Awesome. I don't like how much you know about me.
You'd be surprised how many eyes I really have.
I
And
don't. Okay.
as he says that, you could hear the cawing sounds of other crows that are surrounding the academy.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Is there a bird that's close by?
Yeah, there was the one that was sitting on his shoulder, and it was one that you guys actually saw when you first entered the academy that you guys immediately pointed out on the map.
Okay, so what's the second closest bird? Like, not the one on his shoulder.
Oh, there's like,
I'd like to throw.
as he said, there's like a couple of crows start like flying,
I'd like to throw a rock at one of them.
and he will like kind of like, please stop throwing rocks at my crows.
You seem to know who I am, and you know why I don't like this.
I don't know who you are specifically, but I know. He's gonna gesture kind of like all of you. He's like, what you're kind of about. That's kind of why I'm interested in you. I want you to join my side. Make sure you're on my side for sure.
I feel gross, but not as gross as last night. Just. What's next?
What's next is going to here. I'll meet you there. All right?
We can just follow you. We don't. You know, what's up with this meat? And I'm gonna hear my stomach growl.
There are some other things I need to check out. All right? Just know that I'm always watching you. For now.
Get to meet my son, or promise you have a way to do so, and I'd be much more inclined to talk. You did mention him, so yes.
I don't have those kind of answers. But, and he's gonna lean in closer to you, your shadowy figure does.
My what?
You heard me.
But I know what he's referring to.
The shadowy figure you guys have been after.
That's
Oh,
what we're
yeah.
after. Our mission.
I thought I keep thinking some like red-haired person, and that does not strike me as a shadowy figure. But you, I don't know how much business you have striking deals like this, but my hands are tied at the moment. I'm emotionally exhausted. Okay.
We have a deal?
Okay.
And he'll hold out his hand. And it's his branched out hand too.
You gonna very, very hesitantly. Fine.
And
Can I whatever check does he look natural in this branchy way, or does it look magical?
a nature check. Oh, he's 100% like some sort of supernatural, magical looking arm. Like,
Alright, so he's not my kin.
no, he's not like you at all. He seems to be some other sort of creature. So,
You're like a plant genasi?
as soon as you grab hands, the branch, the magical little lightning bolts around his branch will light
I
up
knew
in
it.
the pink glow. It'll shoot up his arm, and his head turns into a jack-o'-lantern as his true form takes shape into a scarecrow. And he tips his hat once more and lets go. Our pact has been sealed, my friend. We have a deal. And he'll start walking away.
Do I have to take Warlock next level? What did I just do?
And as he's walking by Shiloh and Arato, he'll tip his hat to you guys. And he'll kind of like, any questions, my fine friends, before I take off? Like, make a deal yourself?
No, I think we can talk when we meet up.
All right, suit yourself. Bye. And he'll just keep walking. And Domino's gonna be like, well, I wish I knew he was here.
You know him!
Well, yeah, it's Copper.
Like the metal!
Like the metal, yeah.
That's not some weird nickname or something.
No, his name's Copper.
Doesn't have a bit of copper in him. Why? Who were his parents?
It's the parent, the gods, duh.
What? I don't have energy for this. Who's hungry? I'm hungry. I don't care.
Me.
What? I'm feeling weirdly social right now. So if you want to join me? I'll be having my breakfast.
Okay. And Luna's gonna come over and she's gonna like shake her head and be like, "You guys are a bunch of idiots. I'm also really too tired to deal with this." And that is actually where we're gonna call it for tonight.
Cool. I was hoping you would say that because I have no idea what I would do next.
Hooray! Thanks everybody for watching. If anybody was watching, wee!